right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity, and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. Excuse me, and unto the Ba'ath Adabadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad. I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. All right, it's early in the morning. It's still night out, but it's early morning. This lesson's more so along the lines of that Queen of Heaven spirit, and that Queen of Heaven spirit is starting to cease. It's been ceasing, and you know, you women, you're starting to realize that you're not what you thought you were. Okay, and a lot of these simps that keep worshiping women, us real men, we have no respect for you simps whatsoever, because y'all just putting these women up on a pedestal, sticking your neck out from when all, these women don't give a shit about you. All these women are going to end up doing is getting you killed. It's going to be the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44. It's going to be verse 17. Jeremiah 44 and 17, and it says, "But we will certainly do what..." Actually, I'm going to start at verse 16. Hold on. Excuse me. Actually, I start at verse 15, Slakia. And it says, "Then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee." Verse 17, "But we will certainly do we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of vitals or victuals, and were well and saw no evil." Okay, now it says here, verse 18. Excuse me. "But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine." So, this whole woman worship thing, okay, that's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is putting a stop to that, okay? So there's not going to be no more of that simping shit. There's not going to be no more women's empowerment, and the woman being exalted over the man. The Lord's turning that around, okay? In these last days, these women are starting to realize that, that these men are not hunkering down to them, okay? These men are, even the simps even some of these simps are starting to stand up for themselves to these women that think that, that they're the prize. No. Okay? in Israel, our people have fallen victim to, putting the woman over the man. And some actually believe that the so-called black woman is God, which is totally whack, that's it's ridiculous. See, now I'm gonna go down to let's see. I'm gonna go down to verse 25, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, saying, Ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hand, saying, We will surely perform our vows that we have vowed to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Ye will surely accomplish your own vows, and surely perform your vows." 26. "Therefore hear ye the word of the Lord, all Judah, that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah and on the land of Egypt, saying, The Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil, and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, until there be an end of them. 28. Yet a small number that escape the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose word shall stand in mine, mine or theirs." Okay. Verse 29, "And this shall be a sign unto you, saith the Lord, that I will punish you in this place, that ye may know that my word shall surely stand against you for evil." Okay. So, like I said, turning our back from Yahweh Bashem Shai and putting the woman first, and that's the spirit of that a lot of these men are in. Okay. Always acting like a woman, treating a woman like as an equal or as a superior. And that even before I came in the truth, I have never seen or ever thought of a woman as being equal to a man or superior. Ever. Not once. Just didn't, and it always vexed my spirit that these women are able to get away with whatever they do or whatever they want and do it and do all the things that they do. It just never sat well with me. And the Lord is gonna punish you simp ass men because of this. You turned your back on him, and he swore by his great name that the name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in the land of Egypt. Swore by his great name. And he will watch over you for evil and not for good. Watch over you for evil. Meaning that Yahweh Bashem Shai is he's gonna put you through that hell. Okay. Now we're gonna get the book of Esther. All right, let's see, Esther. Ezra, Nehemiah. This is Esther. Sorry. Esther chapter 1, verse 15. And it says, "What shall we do unto the Queen Vashti?" This was during the time of the Persian rule, or the Medo-Persian Empire. "Queen Vashti, according to the law, because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlains," and Ahasuerus is supposedly Xerxes. Excuse me. And verse 16 says, and Memucan answered before the king of the princes, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in that are all in the provinces of the king of Ahasuerus. Okay, verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, when it shall be reported. The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. So that Queen of Heaven spirit is very heavy on these women. You know, they rebel against their husbands, they disrespect their husbands, they have a strong dislike for them. You know, that's why, you know, and that's another reason why marriage is fucked up. Okay, nowadays people treat marriage as a temporary contract rather than an actual commitment. Okay, this is, even the heathen men are starting to realize that giving women, the heathen men, they're starting to realize that the biggest mistake that we made was giving these women all this freedom, liberty, and power. Now, if they realize that, you know, it was a mistake. But that's okay, because when Yahweh Shemel Shai brings that hell, these women are going to get back in their original place, being, you know, basically damsels in distress, wanting protection and security. Okay? And Abarataza, that we be those men, these women are going to flock unto us. Verse, but yeah, Queen Vashti, she was being rebellious. Okay? She pretty much embarrassed her husband in front of everybody. You know, that's not a good look. When a woman, if you're out in public and people see that your woman is disrespecting you and she's not listening to you, you know, but, you know, that's going to cause people to look at you like, damn, dude, you need to get control of your lady here. Or some people might laugh at you for it. They'll see you as being weak because you can't control, you can't get a grip on her. Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. Verse 19, if it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king of Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. So basically, Ahasuerus is giving his queen Vashti the boot. Okay, getting her out of the way and making way for someone more suitable. Besides, women are not supposed to be queens. And if you look up the etymology of the word queen, it's not spelled with two E's, it's spelled Quean. And the original definition of the word queen is whore. You don't treat women like queens because they're not a man's equal. Never have been and never will be. You're supposed to treat a woman like a princess. Treat her as if you would treat your own daughter. You know, you would take care of her, provide for her, make sure she's going to be okay. That's how you are supposed to treat a woman, like a princess, not like a queen. Okay, verse 20. And when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small. So in other words, writing a decree that all women should respect their husbands. Okay, and that's part of our laws. Okay, in the kingdom, our women will learn, they will love us again. They will reverence us, and they will ultimately fear us. Okay, because with fear comes respect. All right, it's going to be Deuteronomy Excuse me. My allergies are going up because it's that time of the year. Spring season's not good for me. Deuteronomy 24:1. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorce, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. So, if your woman is acting any certain type of way that makes you feel uncomfortable or jealous, or it's giving you a reason to be upset, or just something doesn't feel right, you have a right to give her that bill of divorce and give her the boot, because she's not in order. If your wife is not showing you any respect, excuse me, if she's not showing any type of respect at all, and she's just being a straight up rebel, you have a right to write that divorce. Well, a divorce in this society, man, she gets half your shit, unless you sign a prenup or whatever. But the best thing to do is just not get married, because that's what these women do. That marriage thing, like I said, temporary contract. The next thing you know, she's ready to divorce and get half your inheritance. Best thing to do is to just leave these women alone into the kingdom. Okay. Next is going to be the book of First Esdras. It's going to be chapter 4, verse 26. Excuse me. First Esdras chapter 4, verse 26, and it says, excuse me, and it says, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes. Verse 27, many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. That's that pussy demon. The power of the cooch. That like it says in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3, give not thy strength unto that which destroyeth kings, roughly paraphrasing. These women have the power to destroy you. Ruin your life. Don't give it to them. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. I've learned a hard lesson. Excuse me. I've learned a hard lesson when it comes to dealing with women. I gave her a little too much leeway, and then it cost me. So, these women out here, man, you can't trust them. You cannot give them anything. Don't give them an edge in anything. Because these women, like I said, they have the power to destroy you. Okay. In fact, let me get Ecclesiastes. This is going to be Ecclesiastes chapter... It's chapter 7, verse... What was it? There we go. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Okay? So I find more bitter than death the woman. Shoot. Most men would rather die than to deal with these women, especially the American woman. The American woman is just completely whack. And in these last days, man, you know, even though the scriptures say 7 women shall take hold of one man, you know, Isaiah 4:1, but you can't trust them. You can't trust every woman because every woman that runs up to you, that could be a trap. They could be setting you up. You can't trust any one of them. But, you know, Lord willing, that if we are the elect, the Lord will put that spirit of discernment on us to be able to discern which woman is genuine and which one has ulterior motives, whether to get rid of you or to get what she wants. You never know, you know, Lord willing. Okay, so yeah, I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. Her mind is nothing but snares and nets, which means she's just all out trouble, because she could trap you, she could blackmail you, she could lie on you. And like I said, this society exalts the woman over the man. You know, it's always going to be her word against yours. But thankfully, Yahweh by Shem Shai is starting to gradually turn that around and make these women start being held accountable. But still, these women still have that power right now. So just be aware, man. Whether she's your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever she is to you, man, just be aware, because in these last days, these women will be ultimately scared, yes, but they will be at their most desperate, and you don't know what they're going to do. This is going to be this is going to be the book of Ephesians. Chapter 5, verse 22. And it says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For 23, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Verse 24, therefore, as the church is subject unto Hamashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Okay, if you're a woman and you have a husband, you know, submit yourself to him, because, roughly paraphrasing, even Sarah called Abraham Lord. Your husband is your Lord, and your husband's Lord is Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's the order. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the man, and then the woman. Okay, that's the natural order of things, that Yahweh is going to send his only begotten Son back to put everything back in its natural order as it was meant to be. You know, exalting the, you know, and in fact, I'm going to bring that scripture out. And, you know, and no matter how much I hate it, but that's just, this is what we have to deal with. Isaiah 31:22. And it says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So, once again, you know, a woman shall compass a man. You know, have power over him. Rebel against him. This is their society. This is their time to be in power. And, you know, these women are starting to, some of these women are starting to turn around and realize that this is not meant for us. This is not meant for them. They're not meant to be rulers. They're not meant to be leaders. They're meant to be followers, groupies. Can I get one more script? This is going to be 1 Corinthians. Okay, I'm getting first. Let's lock it. Okay. This is going to be 1 Corinthians chapter 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8. Well, I'm going to start verse 7, actually. Verse 7 says, "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image of the glory, image and glory of the Most High, but the woman is the glory of the man." Okay? So once again, you know, your woman is supposed to represent her husband, just like us men, the brotherhood, the body, we represent the Lord. The woman's supposed to represent you. She's supposed to conduct herself in a particular manner in which you have instructed her to do so. Just like how the Lord instructs us on how to conduct ourselves. Okay? Verse 8, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." Verse 9, "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." Excuse me. So, women were created for our sakes, okay? And did not the Lord say that he would make a man more precious than fine gold in those days? So, a man is the prize, not the woman. So, that queen of heaven spirit, it's ceasing. The Yahweh Shemashai is putting a stop to that. Okay? Because these women, they don't have what it takes to rule. They're not fit to be rulers. Never have been, and they never will be. Okay? Now let's see here. No, that's all I had, but let's see. Yeah, that's all I had for this. You know, this, like I said, just wanted to put out there that the whole Queen of Heaven thing, you know, Yahweh Shemashai is he's putting a stop to that because, you know, look at what these women have done. Ever since they've had this liberty and freedom to gad abroad and do as they please, nothing's gotten better. Everything's out of order. Everything's all emotional. Nothing's logical. And that's what you women are. You are the embodiment of emotion, while men are the embodiment of logic. Logic trumps emotion all day, every day. Okay? And I'm telling you, in the kingdom, the man is going to be the head of the household. He's the one that's going to call the shots and make the final decisions, not you women. Okay? You women are going to learn to be in silence. In fact, I'm glad the Spirit just caught me there at that last second. Okay, this is going to be, excuse me. 1 Timothy chapter 2. 1 Timothy chapter 2. Okay, it says here. In fact, I'm going to start at verse 9, and it says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Okay, so women are supposed to wear modest apparel, not be all decked out and looking like how the way these women look now. Being provocative, showing off their assets, wearing all this fine, classy, high expensive jewelry. None of that. You're supposed to wear modest apparel. And being shamefaced, having some humility about you, not being a show-off. Okay? And it says here, verse 10, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Okay? So, professing godliness with good works. So, being being humble, being modest, not just in spirit and character, but also in speech and also in, physically, like, how you dress, how you walk, how you talk, just how you conduct yourselves. In verse 11, it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Okay? So, you got to keep that in mind. Eve was the one that was beguiled by that serpent, not Adam. Why? Because a woman is the weaker vessel. Women are easier to manipulate and control once you know how to get inside their head and start messing with them. But that's something we don't really do because, we're not manipulators here. We're just here to give the truth and tell the truth like it is. Okay? Now, so a woman's not meant to usurp authority over the man nor teach this Bible. Okay, this is for the men that the Lord chose. Okay? For you simps out there who keep, you simps out there, you better stop sucking these women's toes. And that whole Queen of Heaven thing, even the Roman Catholic, the Vatican over there, they worship the so-called Black Mary. So, like I said, this woman worship, this thing has got to stop. Okay? Because it's sad, it's emasculating, and it's just nasty. So with that, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Ba'ath Dabadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwame Yasharala, Wa Baba Bal, Shalom, Barakatham.